In all the queries we have written so far, I've only picked the customer ID column. What is the reason? That's what I'm going to answer in this video. So here we have a simple query. Select customer ID from customers, order by state. Let's explain this query and see what we get. So here we have an index scan, and if you look at the extra column, you can see that MySQL is satisfying this query purely using our index. Now let's see what happens if we select all columns. We get a full table scan, and as you know, this can be very expensive. So here's the reason. The composite index that we put on the state and points columns contains 3 pieces of information about each customer: their ID, their state, and their points. Just to refresh your memory, earlier I told you that whenever you create a secondary index, MySQL automatically includes the primary key in your secondary index. So that's why our index contains the customer ID, state, and points. So if we pick any of these columns here, like customer ID and state, MySQL can satisfy our query entirely using our index. This is called a covering index, an index that covers everything that a query needs. So using this index, MySQL can execute our query without touching the table. And this is the fastest performance we can get. So when designing your indexes, first, look at your where clause. Look at the columns that are most frequently there. Include those in your index. With this, you can narrow down the searches. Then look at the columns in the order by clause. See if you can include these columns in your index. And finally, look at the columns used in the select clause. If you include these columns as well, then you will get a covering index, so MySQL can use your index to satisfy your query.